Welcome to solverfy.
In this Chapter 2, Section 1, Number 14 question, we are tasked with creating a categorical frequency distribution. A categorical frequency distribution is used when you want to organize categorical or qualitative data. And that's what we have here. We have 4 different categories of data that they collected. People who trust all that they read, which is A. People trust in most of what they read, which is M. People who trust in half of what they read, which is H. And people who trust in a small portion of what they read, which is S. So again, a categorical frequency distribution just takes raw data and organizes it in a nice way for people to look at and sort of gather some information about to see how it's distributed or just where the mode is and things like that. So what we are going to do is, first of all, you need to create a chart, as I have already created here. Your first column should have all the different categories that are represented. So I have my A, M, H, and S rows. Then your second column should be for the tallies, which the tallies are for you to go through and count how many of each there are. And then the third column is the frequency, and that's for you to summarize and present the data in a meaningful way to others. So there's a couple different ways to go through and tally the data. One is you could go through, and this one's not my favorite, but you could go through and count how many A's and tally the A's and find the frequency of those, count the M's and do it that way. But for me, I'm very likely to make a mistake if I go that route. So I'm going to go ahead and use my normal route, which is I see that the first data value is an M. So I'm going to put a tally in the M, and I'm going to cross it off as I go. That way I make sure I realize that I already counted that one. Next one's another M. So M. Another M. And we have an A. And every time I cross one off, or every time I tally one, I'm going to make sure I cross it off so that I don't count it twice. And that will help me to make sure that I count every single value, every single value exactly one time. When I get to my 5th M, I want to go across as the tally there. Then I'm going to go ahead and finish just the first row for you, which contained 10 data values. So I want to make sure that I have 10 total tallies to represent all 10 of those. So I have 1 plus 5 is 6, 7, 8, 9. I have a total of 10 tallies to represent my 10 data values that we have collected there. So once you complete that, you should end up with the final result of it. I ended up with 4 alls, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28 M's, 6 H's, and 2 S's. Now it's really, really smart to go back and make sure that you've counted every single data value. So our original raw data had 40 values in it, 40 different letters. So I want to make sure that my frequency total is 40. So what I'm going to do is add those up, and 4, 28, 6, and 2 do in fact add to 40. So that means we have counted every single data value and arranged it in a categorical frequency distribution. So then if you needed to answer questions about the mode, M would be the mode. If you needed to figure out the distribution, it is very swayed in most, and then as you move away from the middle, it continues to decrease from there. So all different types of questions you could answer, but it's also just a nice summary to say, here's the results of the